It was a privilege to be asked to chair the commemoration here today to honour a great hero of Ireland and a warrior of the War of Independence, Micheál Gealbháin. Of course, Micheál Gealbháin's life doesn't stand dislocated from the rest of our history. And the Irish are a very spiritual people. And I have a short version of a prayer that was said at the Battle of Clontarf when the Irish forces, under that great commander, Brian Boru, defeated a collection of Northmen and Vikings, the elite troops of Europe. He banished them from our country. He defeated them in that great battle. And this is the prayer. We fervently ask the legions of angels and saints, especially the legions of Irish saints, to intercede to us, for us, to our Father in heaven, and to present as your request our request, to destruct the enemies of our nation, destruct their evil agenda, bless and strengthen the hand of all our defenders who battle for sovereign Gaelic Ireland. And we continue on now. Micheál Gealbháin, I'll just give a little introduction. He was one of 5 sons of Mary Gealbháin. She was a small farmer, a little widowed farmer, and my birth's gone. He was a man of great ingenuity. He had a small farm, and he was a great commander in the IRA in his local area. He would have lived a very prosperous life, a life of contentment, had war not been brought into his life by a band of killers and murderers who Mary Maximini described as cutthroats. She said, had the 200 cutthroats and blackguards not rampaged through Ireland with the purpose of exterminating the Irish race, we would have lived a happy and contented life. I think we'll have a minute's silence to remember not only Micheál, but all the volunteers as well. Now, Diarmuid, who is a very hard-working man and does his best in relation to the committee to commemorate all our wonderful volunteers and our heroes who won us any degree of freedom that we have, will deliver the oration today.
Thank you, Mary. Good evening, Mahagot. A chorda is con Micheál Gealbháin a hord con Clúna a hamid an Sahanu. Jasam lead in almost all. In almost all Mishnig, in almost all Crogut, Fork and Caha. Fi Micheál in a high door, then Dara Brigade Corky, the Oglig na Hern. The Variag Forcy Sassana an Láthar Shaw, an Dara Law Fihid, Lónasa, nearly Cus a Fehe, agus Trid son Sirsh in a Tira. Farre Sunta Og about Micheál, nor a Maria Gay. Níor a bhach trochabdí an caite ar an saoil seo. Tógach ón na glóne, tógach ón na maintre, agus a mór le sláinte, agus le mórcaid dá héal le cahabhig fós. Tá Micheál in na líonis a measc léach le gael, a measc srath mhór de óglaigh a cheasan fód sios tríad na glúnta go dtí an lá atá nuán. We're here today to pay respect and to remember Micheál Gealbháin, to respect his courage and to respect his bravery on the battlefield. He was a soldier of the 2nd Cork Brigade, Irish Republican Army. He died fighting for the freedom of Ireland. Cuig Micheál amach gomach an Madden River Váis. Bhí sin éanacht le trocha cuig óglach eile as complachtaí Cialmhire agus an Bhaile Gálda. Cuadar imon Líocháin Forsaí Sasanna. Bhíidir ag súil go medist dul hartar na móthir seo a rihan lei mar bagnách dóibh. Ach níor tháinig na Sasannaigh. Dan na hóglaigh an siamh an Líocháin feadh timpeall is ceithre uair cléig déag. Sular thugach an Ordú con Irias, haring iadar sheer agus scapadar. The day before he died, Micheál was with 35 other volunteers of the Kilmurray and of the Kilmurray and Ballygolda. What's it called? Crookstown. Is Simon and Animason. Ballygolda, Kilínshe, Gur Nachas and Tyriad, Ballygolda. Ach, an Anna Mimirla, Corteshin and Nul, le Corul, is my saying, criminality, Crookstown, Nather and William Bonus, the Shin of Vecamid. They set out at dawn on the 21st of August to ambush British forces who were regularly passing this road. They waited in position until 8 p.m. before the order was finally given to withdraw, and they returned to their homes. This was not uncommon during the War of Independence or during any kind of guerrilla war of that type. A huge amount of time was spent in preparation and in waiting. We can imagine that this itself required endurance of the volunteers, perhaps endurance of the time mentioned by Treloch Maxina in his often quoted remarks when he said, "It is not those who can inflict the most, but those who can endure the most who will conquer." Marahorla, in Onistoiv, Mariach Sargent den RIC in Inchigila an Ihe Keana, agus an Madan Dargion, Corach Forsa den RIC Sheer, con Isru a Yanov an Achtrason. An Malach, Coigan RIC Trasner and Siav an Leacon Keana, Trasnan Shaw, agus Dogador Rack agus Ufash in Yid, in Ache and Art a Quadar Treed, in Mal Crumha agus Art in Ella. Tugach an Miumper saw on RIC Fuinara, agus Dulvig na Hoglig a Rish, Gotapig, Conunci a Yanavarha, a Shlia Valladov. A Rish, Glehach, Micheál of Gealbháin. Dog she Van, agus dog she Lani, agus the Ragar she a Dulgish, agus Shash she Rish Saverna Boyle. Time listen a hur trisha do, an troch no na Downach son, Sullarev and Leacon in a Humlawn Raig, Honig an RIC. Herring na Hoglig, Cartana a Machar na Mohar, Osakor, agus te Fiordoiv, con ein Shli Ealaha a Dona orha, agus Gleadar orha con Gala. Near Gale an RIC, agus Squealadar na Hoglig in a Hoidson. Tresh Tempelus Urit Craig Gole, ag Trid, Herring na Hoglig Sheer. Vi Micheál of Gealbháin Marav, agus Bert Ella Gortaha. The volunteers had blocked off any escape routes and called on the RIC to surrender. They opened fire on the volunteers instead. The fight lasted about 90 minutes when the volunteers broke off the ambush and withdrew. Gealbháin was dead and two others, Dan O'Leary and Dennis Long, were wounded. For fear of reprisals, Galvin's body was secretly buried in Kilmurray churchyard. This was common enough after ambushes of this type, and 6 weeks later his comrades returned and he received a proper burial in his family graveyard. Leis an óglach a fágach Marav, ní múrdoing umpú ar an aim agus an fís a bhí aige. Sé sin, chun saoirse umláin na tíre a baint amach, chun an phoblach mar a fógraíoch an éidig a séideach a Corvhain. Táimid ag agrú chuig a sin inis, mulhamid de gachéine párta dlacha is slí éigans. Ba scéal léachis scéal Micheál of Gealbháin. Mar éon de scéalta na nóglach eile a cheasan fód, ó tús ama go dtí an lát á nuagain. Ar dheiste go raibh anam uasal, cróga agus díalseach. Go marthaigh sé I gcuimhne na daoine, taobh le taal na mór óglaigh or dír. Sin é Micheál of Gealbháin. Go míle maithagah.
That was an excellent account by Diarmuid, and he has researched it very well, as did Tomás today. Both of them delivered excellent orations, and I'd like to call on, I don't know which of the lads there would like to lay the wreath